In this video, I'll be using a real account that I have specifically for training purposes. You'll see actual trades done in real time with real money. Everything was recorded live as it happened. So strap yourself into your beanbag chair and let's get started. Okay, good morning everyone. It is Friday, January the 6th, and you can see down here by my clock that it's 4 minutes until 7 a.m. We're getting started trading on our currencies this morning. I think I just got filled on selling. Yes, no, not yet. Okay. Well, yes, I did get filled on that. Sorry. Okay. Well, we sold some Japanese yen right here on this little red hash mark, and then we bought those back already. So let me close that screen down for a second. We also sold our first tranche of British pound right here on this middle red line. That's our entry point. We have a standing sell order right here to sell 400 more. We almost got there on that spike. As usually happens, we miss it by a couple of pips. Well, it doesn't usually happen, but it just seems that way. We're trying to buy those back on the blue line here. Let's go in and visit our trade log for this morning. Okay, here's our yen trade. As you can see, we sold 500 at 71 and a half, and we bought those 500 back at 60. Of course, we sold the British pound at 12 and a half, and we currently have our standing order in to cover those right here at 50. Well, and even 5, let's say. We're in the green on that a little bit. I wish I would have gotten the second tranche off up here though, but we didn't. So that's what's happening so far this morning. Take a look around at some other things. Well, had a decent sell-off yesterday, but you can watch the video from yesterday. We made some good trades yesterday as well. So we're gonna watch the markets here this morning, try to get some up and down action. So I will pause our recording and until we get closer to either this buy order getting filled or this sell order, or if we initiate another position. So I'll be back with you guys momentarily. Okay, we just got filled. I moved our order up, our buy order up to a market order, and we got filled on that. So we made 355 on that quick little trade there. The reason I did that is because actually I expected this thing to rally back up and we'll sell it again. So we'll keep our eye on that for a minute, and that may be the case. I'm going to go ahead and move this order back down. So maybe we'll get a quick run back up. We'll be able to sell it again. Of course, that bar just closed. Okay, here we go. Let's go back and look at our yen. Might get the same thing. Might get the same thing here. Maybe. Okay, put in a buy order there too. Okay, so we'll ban that market for a minute. Let's see here. Okay, we'll have to watch it here for a minute. In the meantime, I'll look around and see if there's any other interesting setups for trades. So I'll be back with you guys in a minute. Okay, we've got a buy order in here on our pound, trying to buy 400 at 82 half, and right here on the blue. As you can see, our trade here that we covered right about here. We tried to run back to the line, but we didn't get it. I was expecting it. Well, I was thinking it was going to go a little bit higher, but it didn't. So anyway, we're going to try to buy it here, and we were close, but no stogie, as they say. Go back, check our yen. Here's our buy order here, and we're not close there either. So close that. That's all I've got going on right at the moment, so I'll go ahead and pause and pick up the action when we get closer to an order being filled. Okay, while I was up getting some coffee, we got filled on our buying some British pound and some Japanese yen. Actually, this is the, I keep saying that, this is the pound yen pair. This is the pound dollar. So we're long 400 right here on the green line. Now you can see where our candle is on the pound dollar. And then on our yen pound yen, pound yen, gonna pound you. We're long from here. So let's pull our sell order back down. Okay, so right there. Now let's go pull our sell order in our pound down. And there we go. Okay, so those two are set. Go ahead and put another buy order in should we continue down. Shag another 400. And Yinsky right there. Okay, so there we're set. Now we'll simply keep an eye on these two here. We can watch these two together for a minute. And I guess we'll go from there. This formation here with this wick like this right on the end before it rolls over. Let me just point that out. That happens a lot. Like here. Not certain if that's going to turn out to be the same. Well, you're never certain. It could turn out more like this. You know, where you just have a little rundown followed by rally back. Remains to be seen as always. See, here's another one with a wick here. Here's one short-lived, you know. Here's another one. Another one. Here's one right here. One right here. So it remains to be seen at the moment. Same scenario in the euro. We got it right here. Right here. Well, that doesn't count. That's kind of one. Kind of. You notice the wicks are shorter on the yen. I mean on the euro. You know, here's the latest one. You notice that the wicks are shorter on the euro than they are on the pound. See, the wicks are longer. Okay, well, we're running down here and down here as well. Oh wait, over here I mean, not quite as much. Okay, I'll pause for now till we get closer to the orders getting filled, okay? Well, we're getting close. Thought we were going to get tagged there for just a second, but we didn't. Alright, here's what we're going to do on our yen, on our British pound. We're going to move this down here. This thing will retrace back. We'll cover these longs right here and then go in here and try to buy them again lower. That's what we're going to do. Let's see, where are we long from on our yen? 33. And we are long on our pound from 73. Trading 70. Alright, let's see if we can pull this action off. What we're going to do is we're going to cover the 400 that we bought just right here with just a little bit above our entry price, so it's 75. Then we're going to look for a run back down, and then we're going to buy again lower. You may be thinking, okay, well, if you're going to sell, cover your longs, you're expecting the market to decline, why not just go short? Well, because I'm not certain that that's going to happen. And I don't really want to be short from right here at the bottom of this range. Remember, we always want to be short at the top of the range and long at the bottom of the range. Although a lot of times we don't know where the range is, so sometimes we get stuck in the middle. And when we get stuck in the middle of the range, basically we have to, once we figure out that that's the range, then you basically just want to work that, if you're long or if you're short, you just want to work it towards the edge of the range by buying and selling. Okay, looks like we're running up here, 72, 73. And we'll give them the 74. Our yen. Yeah, we'll do the same thing on the yen. Okay. We covered our pound here at 74. And we're sitting on the offer on our yen. Of course, if we made 1 pip, just on covering that on the pound, but if we sell here at 41 on the yen, we bought at 33, so yeah, it's pretty good. Well, it's 8 pips. But remember, what we're doing is just readjusting. Well, plus we have monthly employment data coming out in about 8 minutes at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Not sure if that's going to do anything to the currency markets, but I kind of need to switch over to the option markets. So what I'm going to do is the indexes, all right, well, here we are, 40. Got our order in at 41. So we'll see about getting filled on that. Hopefully that'll happen now before I have to pause and go to the other markets. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and pause it. Okay, well, we're at 38. I'm going to go ahead and pause, and I'll be back with the currencies momentarily. Okay, we got filled on our Japanese yen just now, right when the employment news came out. Jobs report gained 200,000. Well, that's one of the better numbers we've heard in a long time, isn't it? Okay, we've got our buy order in here on the British pound. I was going to move that down. I got filled on it instead. That's not what I wanted. Stock market's doing nothing. Up 55 on pre-market. S&P up 5. NAS up 8. Nothing. It's not a very big move. Okay. I wanted to move this buy order down. Okay. Here we sit. We missed our trade in the yen right there. Okay, so anyway, we got an order in to buy and an order in to sell, and need to change that. Wouldn't have got very much out of that, would I? Okay. And back to our pound here. Okay. We'll put our sell order in. Okay, so we've got our additional buy, we've got our sell. In the British pound, we'll go back here in the yen. Gonna have to try to find a trade in there. That's our range I've got banded. Okay, well, in order not to tie up too much time on the video, I'm gonna go ahead and pause again, and I'll be back when we get closer to an order being filled. Okay, we just bought our second tranche of the British pound here, right here on this little blue hash mark, if you can see it. Now our break-even line is down here. So we're gonna see. We're gonna move this down. We've got to change this to 800. Oops. Get it right, Tony. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, break-even line is green. Order to sell is in it red. All right, what happened to my yen, man? Yen is still in our range. Got a buy order in, we got a sell order in, so don't have anything to report on the yen right at the moment. So back to this. I'll get the yen back up here as well. There we go. Okay, I'll be back when we get closer to an order being filled. Okay, now we got to trade our way out of this hole. What I'm going to do is I moved a sell order down to right there to buy back, to sell the 400 that we bought, the second tranche. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a buy order and I'm going to place it back down in here. Okay, so in other words, I just moved down our second tranche buy, which, was too low. Too high, I should say. We had this big spike down. So what I'm going to do is I'm long 400 still because I just covered the second 400. Pretty much at break even where we originally bought it at. So now I'm going to put an order in to buy that 400 again back down here. You can see our break even line is right here, and obviously we want to get above that. Let's go check our yen. Okay, here's our yen. Here's our break-even line on it where we bought 500. And I'm going to move our sell order in to cover those 5 to right there. That's 10 or 11 pips. That's what that would be. Okay, let's get back over here. If we continue up, we've got the 400 that we're still long, and we'll get right there to sell those 400 if we continue rallying, now. Otherwise, we might sell off again down to here where we'll pick up an additional 400. So I'll pause and I'll be back with you guys. We'll see what happens. Okay, it looks like we're going to get filled here. Yeah, we just bought our another tranche of our British pound. Just bought another 400, so we're long 800, pretty much where the market is. Bought them at 30, so we're trading 29.30. Okay, now that we're long 800, there's our break-even line. We're going to go ahead and put in our order to sell the 800. There, our yen. Come back. Here we are on a yen. Not much to report on it. I think we're long at 25. Yeah, we're long at 25. Market's at 20. So keep an eye on that. Of course, if we retrace back up in the pound, we'll get the retracement there as well. So let's pull our charts back up. Okay, here we sit. I'll be back when we get close to an order or some more action. What I want to do is I want to buy more yen. So I'm gonna do this. Sell those 400, additional 400 that I purchased in the pound. Let's see, where are we at? 37.5. All right, we're sort of on the bid. Okay. Okay, we're going to get filled here. Where are we at? 2002, I mean. Yeah, might. Back to here. Got our 400. Better put our sell order in for our 400 here. All right. Our yen, we're on the bid. Well, we were on the bid. All right, I'm going to pause. I'll resume when we get close to getting filled. Okay, it's time to reposition. Here's what we're going to do. Just blow these out of here at 50. Okay. All right. Now let's get after it. Alrighty. Gentlemen, start your engines. We didn't get filled on our second tranche of our yen yet, unfortunately, but we might still. Just don't know. Our break even on this trade is right here, the green line. Looks like we just sold our 500. Sure enough, on the pound. Okay. Alrighty. Second tranche will be right there. And a mouse buy order for the initial 500 that we just sold. Right about there. Okay. Yen me. Here we are. So when I was talking about stuck in the middle of the range, okay, the green line represents our break-even line on this trade. Okay, we already made money on our first trade on the yen, so that doesn't reflect in this green line here. Notice our green line is pretty much in the middle of our range. Okay, that's really not where we want to be. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to buy more, average down by buying more yen down here on the blue. That's going to bring our green line closer and closer to, the edge or the lower end of what could be the range for the day. We've got our sell order in up here, what I think may be the top end of the range. So that's how we're going to work this trade right now. But there's nothing to see on that as of yet. Go back to cable. All right, here we are. You can see that we sold our second, our tranche right here. We're short 500, and we're short from 55.7 now, and the market's currently at 47. We've got an order in to buy those at 43 on the blue line. And we still have, that's our second sell order tranche, which has not gotten filled. So we'll see if this market's going to pick us up here or not. We're 4 pips. We're trying to buy 4 pips from where the price is right now. At the end of this video, I'm going to do a summary of these trades and walk you through it. I know we've been long, we've been short, but that's what we do when we're day trading. We simply go with the flow. All right, I'll be back with you guys in a minute. We'll wait till we get close here. Try to save time on the video here. The end. Thank you for watching.